Good morning, my friends. It's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. On my channel, I am going through my good midlife crisis where I am journeying through my 40s. And y'all, I'm working so hard to get my poop in a group. In order to do this, I have been working on my physical, my financial, and my mental health. And today is Friday, August the 15th. Somehow, don't ask me how. And we're going to be working on my financial health. We are going to be budgeting out the money that you see above my head, $2,702.06. And we are going to be doing that in the app that you see surrounding me. This is an app called YNAB. This fantastic app is one of the key things that I have used to get my poop in a group, and it is a digital cash stuffing app. If you think that you are looking for a good budgeting app, I hope that you pay attention, see things that you like, and want to try it out. There is a link in my description box below that will get you 34 days for free to try it out completely risk-free. You don't put any credit card information in. There's no sneakiness involved. And then if you like it and you sign up for it, you get an additional 30 days if you've used my link. And then they give me 30 days and everybody gets YNAB. Everybody has a budget and it's amazing. I hope you like it. And if it's not for you, you just don't sign in anymore and it goes away and you haven't lost anything. If you already have YNAB, you already know how amazing it is. And if you already have another budgeting system that works for you and you just like watching other people's budgets, that's me, then welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Happy Friday, friends. We made it. This week was insane. Like yesterday, for real. So I go to the gym on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I was getting ready to go to my wine night on Thursdays, which I haven't been to in a long time, but we were celebrating August's birthdays last night, and I was like, I am going to go to wine night tonight. And so I went, and I was getting ready to go, and I was looking at my clothes, and I was like, oh, wait, I want to wear this specific shirt to do this video. Spoiled, this is not the shirt I wanted to wear. And I was like, oh, it's dirty, but I'll wash it. I have time. It's Tuesday. Because I knew I had gone to the gym that morning. I was like, it's Tuesday. I'll wash laundry before. And then when I got home from wine night, I was like, it's not Tuesday. It's Thursday. I don't have time to do laundry before tomorrow morning. Yeah, I thought it was Tuesday. Like, that's how fast this last week went. Yesterday was Thursday. I thought it was Tuesday. Anyway, I have stuff. I have stuff to update you on. If you are new, welcome. So excited that you are here. I am Becky. I talk a whole lot, and I hope that you enjoy that. If you don't, I won't be offended if you just skip to the budget. That's cool. I get it. I know that's why you're here. If you're interested in getting to know me, I hope that you stick around and listen to my rambling. I promise I'm really nice. But it's cool if you skip to the budget. If you are returning, welcome back. So excited you're here. I have updates. So, last week on my video, I was showing y'all my coffee. I make a lot of homemade iced coffee, I actually make cold brew coffee. I get the bags and I brew it in my refrigerator. This is just a regular ring. This is my right hand. I am not engaged. This is just in case I don't want to start rumors. Anyway, it's pretty. It was actually in the, they were really big, probably like 5-6 years ago. Those, bath bombs that have the ring in them. I think they're still a thing, but they're just not as big as they used to be. Anyway, I'm trying to cover this. I love this shirt and I love this new bra, but the new bra straps are bigger and they show. So sorry. I'm trying to leave my hair down, and if you're not new, you know how much I play with my hair, and it's a really bad habit. I'm trying to stop. I literally forgot what I was saying. My cup. So I was talking about my cold brew coffee. So I was showing it to y'all in my cup, and then Libby commented on my video, and she's like, do your cups have lids on them? Because if not, yikes. And I was like, you know what? I leave my coffee or my Diet Coke here on my desk all the time. Only once have I ever spilt it, and it wasn't even my coffee, and I wasn't even sitting here working. I was setting it down, and it set on something and it spilled. But that's, you know me in real life. That's really unusual for me. Normally I can spill a drink. My friend used to tell me I had a 42-mile radius. Like, a liquid could be within 42 miles of me and I would spill it. I wouldn't even have to touch it. But for some reason on this desk, I've never had a problem. And as soon as I said that, I was like, well, great. Now I'm going to spill my next beverage. Like, that's just going to happen. So when I was out and about last weekend, I picked up this cup at Marshall's and it was only 15 bucks. And it's really cool because, and I don't want to spill it because there's actually coffee in this, and now I'm going to spill it ironically, but it has a straw that pops up and it also has a sippy lid. So I was like, I thought that was really cool. And it has a handle. And I'm not a big pink person. I mean, I don't dislike pink, but it's just, I'm not a pink person. Um, but anyway, I liked this color best of all of them. So I grabbed this cup. And so now I'm going to put my cold brew coffees in these and my Diet Cokes. So I won't spill my coffee, hopefully. Actually, ironically, I will probably spill my coffee now that it's in this cup with the lid on it, where I never did before when I just had it in a cup. And I also still have my regular, this is my water, which you will see me with all the time. So I did buy a cup with a lid on it. So anyway, okay, let's move on. I have, like, I wrote down stuff so I could remember which this is all stuff I want to talk to you all about. Yesterday, I got a super fun message from my bank telling me, like, hey, we have a transaction that we think is probably fraudulent. Do you have time to look at it with us? And I was like, yes. Somebody tried to charge $19 to my debit card at TikTok shop. I don't even have a TikTok, so I was like, yeah, no, for sure, that's not me. And I think I was more annoyed of the fact that I had to go to the bank in my only 1 hour between meetings than I was that somebody tried to charge the $19. And I know it was probably just the first charge, and if it had gone through, there would have been many more charges escalating to higher amounts. But I was like, man, I had meetings from 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock, and then I had a break, or 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock, and then I had a break from 11 to 12, and then I had a meeting at 12. And I was like, I only had 1 hour break, and I had to use that to go to the bank. But whatever, I got it taken care of. I got my new debit card. But speaking of credit cards, even though that's a debit card, y'all, I think word has gotten around to the credit institutions that my raise has hit. All of my credit cards have raised my limits, like all of them. And even like, what card was it that I just got? Not that I just got, but they just sent me a new one in the mail. Care Credit. I've had a Care Credit card for a couple of years, and it was just like the store card that was just the Care Credit card that I could only use like for medical expenses. Unsolicited, I didn't ask for it. I didn't even know it was coming. In the mail 2 days ago, I got a Care Card MasterCard with an increased credit limit on it from what I had for Care Credit. And I was like, what is this for? They just changed my card over from a store card to a MasterCard, increased my limit. And I'm like, this is all of a sudden, all of my credit limits are going up. I switched my car insurance. Like, this good credit thing is amazing. And it was so weird because in my brain, it clicked yesterday evening that I was like, I have all of this available credit. Like, old Becky, and this is probably why it's good that I didn't have available credit then. Old Becky would have been going shopping, booking trips, doing all this stuff because I have tons of available credit now. New Becky doesn't think of that money as available at all because I don't have money to pay for the stuff. I know I can't afford it, so I'm not charging it. And that's amazing. And I was very proud of myself for having that mindset. And it was shocking to me when I realized that I had that mindset because I was like thinking about my Boston trip, and I was like, I have to buy the tickets for my trip in January to go to Fort Lauderdale for my cruise. And I was like, oh, man, I need to start saving money for that cruise, that flight for the cruise. And I was like, well, I technically have enough money. I could just charge it. And I was like, but I don't. Well, the boys are fixing to go for a walk. They're very excited. I was like, but I don't have enough money. And I was like, it's just a weird thing to wrap your mind around when you've thought one way for most of your life, and now all of a sudden you realize that your brain is wired differently, and that's amazing because it's taken me a long time to get here. So I'm very happy at that thought when I realized that. I'm almost done, and then we can start budgeting. Baby Jet, if you are returning, you know Baby Jet is one of my great nephews. If you're not returning, I've just told you, Baby Jet is one of my great nephews. He is 2. He is 1. He'll be 2 in October. He had his tubes taken out this week. He is feeling much better now that those are out. They did find a lot of it can gunk in there. So hopefully that will heal up. But yes, he can't hear. He, they said there was no way he could hear anything based on what they found when they took those out. So he's going to be starting speech therapy and ASL. And so I thank you all for the recommendations. I haven't had a chance to check them out, as previously mentioned. I don't even know how it's Friday. But I'm going to go check out those recommendations of the videos and the apps that y'all sent me. And my brain is not wired to learn languages. And I was talking to my mom about it, and she said hers isn't either. So hopefully I'll get enough to where I can at least carry on basic conversations with him. But or they can, I don't know, maybe I don't know what the plan is ultimately for him, but I want to learn. I want to learn. So thank you all very much for those recommendations. Anybody else, if you have recommendations for ASL, let me know. Also, Nathan's son knows ASL. He took a lot of it. And so hopefully I can have some resources. Last. Ice Ball is a week away. It's on Saturday. I'm very excited. I've paid for my ticket. And I took my dress to the tailor last Saturday, dropped it off. I'm going to pick it up tomorrow. I'm very excited. Y'all, when she pinned it, like there was this much fabric on each of my shoulders. I was like, yeah, I knew this dress was too big for me. Like, but I'm very hippie. I'm very hippie. And so when I buy dresses to fit my hips, they don't really fit me in the shoulders, especially because now that I've lost weight, like my bust has shrunk and they've always been like that. And for some reason, a lot of places think that plus size women are 7 foot tall. And I don't know why. I guess they just are adding extra fabric. And so they add extra fabric everywhere. And so I'm like, I am 5'5". I'm not short. I'm not tall. I mean, I'm not short, but I'm not tall either. And I'm like, I don't know why you expect me to be so tall. So she's having to take like this much off the bottom and this much off the top of this dress and like pull it in and gather it. And I'm getting that dress tailored. I'm very, very excited to see what it's going to look like. And I will share pictures, obviously, when it gets there. So when I pick it up, well, I'm not going to share it. I'm not going to share pictures. I'm sorry. This is going to drive me crazy. I'm not going to share pictures until Ice Ball, but I will share pictures at Ice Ball. And then I think that's it. So Ice Ball is a week away. You will see in next week's YNAB video, I'm going to take all that's left in my budget and roll it into my Ice Ball fund. So that's what my plan is for this month, because Ice Ball is on Saturday, as Friday. Ice Ball is on Saturday. So if you're new, Ice Ball is the fundraiser, the fundraising gala for Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Central Texas. It is a fundraising event that I go to with a group of my friends every year, and it is black tie. So I buy a new dress. I didn't spend very much on the dress. I'm gonna tell you, I'm spending more on the tailoring than I am spending on the dress, but I'm very happy. I'm not buying new shoes. I'm not gonna get my hair done. I'm just gonna maybe get my hair cut, but I'll take that out of my self-care fund. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, so this is going to be it for my expenses. I'm just going to wear jewelry that I have. I'm going to wear like makeup that I have. I'm going to do my own hair. And yeah, that's my plan. And so I'm done spending money on my accessories. And that's that. And that's all I wrote down. That's it. That's everything. Okay. I'm going to start budgeting. Are y'all ready? 14 minutes? Wasn't so bad. I think last week I spent 15 minutes talking, so I'm making progress. Okay, I'm gonna have some coffee. I'm not done. I was lying. This is Texas pecan coffee. So I bought some beans. So one of my friends got me, I had on my wish list, my Amazon wish list, a bean grinder, like a coffee grinder. I don't know why I called it a bean grinder. Coffee bean grinder. And she got it for me for my birthday, and I went and bought some whole beans from HEB this week or last week, and I made some Texas pecan coffee with those beans, and oh my goodness, it was so good. I don't even like pecans, y'all. I don't like mostly I don't like nuts of any kind. I like peanut butter, but I don't like peanuts. I'm so weird. I don't know. I'm so weird. This is why celiac was such an inconvenient diagnosis for me, because I'm such a picky eater. I'm so picky. And then when I was diagnosed with celiac, I was like, well, now I already don't like a lot of food, and now I can't eat half of what I will eat. It's so inconvenient. So I take a fridge to high because the foods that they make, like it's not like they don't cook food that's gluten free. It's just that I don't like it. So like I'm picky. Anyway, let's budget. Now it's been 15 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna shrink myself into that corner. Did it right. And we'll get started. You can see that there is one overspent category. That is just a bill that is scheduled to come out today. It's not actually overspent. I'm trying to go slowly because normally when I do this, it goes so fast and it's like jarring to my eyeballs. Yeah, did it. Okay, so the way YNAB works, if you are new, is this money right here is my paycheck from this week and some rollover from last week. So I get paid every other week, but I budget weekly. A lot of people will budget only when they get a paycheck. That's totally fine. Some people will budget once a month. However you want to do your budget, personal budgeting is personal. You do it however works for you. I have found for myself personally, budgeting every single week works better. So I roll money over from week to week until the end of the month, as long as I have a paycheck on the first of the month. Otherwise, I'll end it on the next week of the, like, whatever, you'll see. But anyway, I roll it over from week to week, and then I budgeted out the next week. So I created these views for myself. This is part of what YNAB has, so that every time I have a paycheck, I will click on this and it will tell me all of the things that I fund every time I have a paycheck. I created this. It's completely personalizable. Every single one of these categories I created myself, and then I created this view. Yours won't look like this. You do your own. So I'm going to, what YNAB asks you to do is look at this money and say, what do I need this money to do for me before I get more money? So I know that I need to fund these things right now. So I'm going to give myself, every week I give myself $50 for dining out. I give myself $125 for groceries. Y'all, I finally saw my friend last night and gave her that gift card, and she was super appreciative. So I'm glad I am doing that. I'm going to continue to roll over my extra grocery money. I wasn't sure how she would take it. I didn't want to offend, but no, she was very appreciative. So I'm glad I'm doing that. I am rolling over whatever's left of my grocery money into a donations and putting it on a gift card and giving it to a family that I am friends with. That they have a lot of family members living in one household, and it's just they need groceries. There's a lot of people in one house. Ecclesial expenses. This is my church donation. I do $80 a week, $60 for the donation, and $20 for a meal if we go out afterwards. Coffee. I do $25 a week. I did end up taking the other $25 out, so I didn't spend all of this last week. Fun money, I didn't spend the whole 50 is what I'm trying to say. Fun money is, I give myself $25 every week. And then these two right here, self-care and gas, I only do on paycheck weeks. So $50 a paycheck for self-care and $25 a paycheck for gas. I did not get gas last week, but I do need gas. So I will go fill up, and then I'll probably roll whatever's left in here out of this. And then here are my great nibblings, my two great nephews and my great niece. Baby Joe is 2 years old, and I am saving their ages. So every single week I am saving $2 for Joe. Since I am only paid bi-weekly, I am saving $4 every single paycheck for him. So I'm going to add $4 here. I just forgot to add the $4. Baby Jet is the one we were just talking about who had his tubes removed. He is 1 year old, so I'm saving $2 every paycheck. So I'm going to add $2. And Sweet Ellie is their baby sister. She is only 5 months old. I'm saving $1 for her every week, so $2 every paycheck. So I'm saving that. So these are all of the categories that I will save every time I get a paycheck. I also have it set up weekly. This is the same thing. It's just without the ones that I do on paycheck weeks. And then that's it. That's all I'm going to do. If it were the beginning of the month, I would come here and these would be my beginning of the month. It's not that. Okay. So now I'm going to go look at my bills. I have bills that I have to pay. Today is the 15th, and this budget is going to go all the way through the 22nd. Nope, the 21st. Yes, this budget is going to go all the way through the 21st of August. Don't rush it, Becky. Don't. Shush. So I need to pay all of the bills that are due between the 15th and the 21st. So I have mine marked. So I'm going to fill all of these right here. So what I could do is check these, and because I have targets set, I could move my face and click this underfunded button, and it would just fill them. $756.23. It would just fill them completely. But because I'm filming this, I'm not going to, but I'm just telling y'all that if you set targets, you can use this, and targets are amazing. And if you use YNAB and you're not using targets, you are missing out. So I'm going to uncheck all of those and do them one at a time. OneDrive is my OneDrive. This is my Office 365 subscription. It also gets me extra storage on my OneDrive on my for Microsoft, where because I do a lot of videos, and this backs up everything to the cloud for me. So I don't have Apple. I'm not an Apple user, a Mac user. I am a Windows user. So this is my storage. So this is $10.81 a month. As you can see, YNAB thinks it came out today. It is set to hit my account today. So that's what that overspending was, but it wasn't really overspent. YouTube Premium, I have 2 YouTube accounts. I have this channel where I post my videos, and then I have my personal channel that I've had for years and years and years. So it's like just my YouTube channel. So I pay for YouTube Premium so that I can watch videos without having to watch ads, because as a creator, I want to support other creators, but the ads got really annoying. I also listen to YouTube Music almost exclusively as my music. I don't listen to the radio. I listen to it in my car. I listen to it at work. I listen to it all the time. That is the only music I listen to. And so I was already paying for that. And so I just upgraded to YouTube Premium so I didn't have to watch ads. And then I upgraded to the family channel so I can include both of my channels. And then I let Nathan use it as well since he lives here, and it didn't cost me any extra. So for almost $25 a month, $24.89, I can have five YouTube channels on this, and that includes unlimited no ads, and then also YouTube Music for all of those channels. So if you have a family and y'all watch a lot of YouTube, I feel like that's a pretty good deal. That's not YouTube TV. That does not include TV. I don't watch TV. So, but if you just watch a lot of YouTube, or your kids watch a lot of YouTube and you don't want them seeing all the ads, I think that's a good deal. My car payment is due $485.25. I do have a car. My car's almost a year old, y'all. He'll be a year old in like 2 weeks. That's craziness. Planet Fitness is my gym membership, $27.11. I do pay for music licensing for Wondershare, which is the video editing software that I use, and I pay for this for my vlogs. If you're new, I do health vlogs, kind of health and mental health, physical and mental health vlogs. That's the other part of my journey. And I post those on Sundays. So make sure you come back and check those out if you're interested. All the things that I talk about, you can see them happening if you check out my health vlogs, because I record it all. I try to. Mattress Firm is due this. I have 3 mattresses financed on here. I have my mattress that I've been paying on for a couple of years. And then just in June, I went and bought a mattress for my nephew and a mattress for my mother. So I have all 3 of those financed. It's actually $160 is the minimum payment. I found it out yesterday because I was updating my Synchrony app. It's all financed. Synchrony is the bank that finances like a lot of my cards. And they're the ones who sent me the new Care Credit card, and I was on there updating everything, and I saw my minimum payment for Mattress Firm, and I was like, oh, that's even less than I thought it was. Whatever it is, I'm paying $200 a month. And then that's it. That's all I have to pay before I get paid again. So, or before next week when I budget again. So those are all filled, and that's taken care of. And then that's it. That's all I have. That's all that's on my list. Also, if you're new, I do pre-plan my budgets using the Budget by Paycheck book by the Budget Mom, which I pre-order, and then I also use pretty stickers. Normally I record this. I did not record August, but I am working on September, and I do plan to record that before I chicken out, before I get lazy. This was purely stuff got in my way, and I let it get in my way, and I got lazy, and I just didn't do it. So I am going to move this $1,557.83 into a category that I created in my budget called Next Week. So this is a zero-based budgeting system. If you're familiar with zero-based budgeting, you have to assign every dollar a job. But because, as I said, I am only paid every other week, but I want to budget every week, I need to give this money a job of being next week's budget. That's this money's job. So I'm going to assign this to next week. $1,557.83 will be next week's budget. That's its job. And we're done. I think I spent more time talking to y'all about what's going on in my life than I did budgeting. But that's okay. That's how it goes sometimes. We're done. Everything's budgeted. I'm ready to go for the week. And I'm going to go to work. It's only 7:24. Y'all, I have time to go make breakfast and call my mom and get to work. That doesn't normally happen to me on Fridays. I'm very excited. I hope y'all have something fun planned this weekend. What are you doing? I am going to go to the tailor. I'm going to clean my house. I'm going to try to get everything ready for ice ball for the end of the month. I'm going to work on my September budget and maybe film it. I won't post it. It's too early to post it, but maybe I'll film it. We'll see. Because next weekend is going to be busy with ice ball. That's my goal. My goal is to film my September budget. Hold me to it. Okay, y'all. I love you so much. I hope you have a fantastic day. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up on your way out. Leave me a comment. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Come along with me. All right, y'all. I love you, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.